So I haven't done one of these in a long time because things don't change that often. So I stopped the weekly videos for the water change Wednesday. But I figured I'd get one done tonight. My boyfriend's at work, all the animals are behaving, so no disruptions. Alright, so this is a 110 gallon tough tub. There's my little goldies. Hi guys. They have gotten big and threw some fun stuff in there for them. Nothing major. What, are you not gonna come see me? Meanies. Jerks. Usually they're right over here looking for food. No. They're gonna play shy. Maybe if I feed them. There we go. Dinner time! Just pond pellets. They get a mixture of everything. Sometimes I get flakes. I got bloodworms, brine, krill, bunch of little goodies. And my 65 is great for duckweed, so they get a lot of duckweed every once in a while too. Hi guys. There's the goldfish. We'll go over to the 90 next. So if you remember it all, the 115 gallon used to be sitting here. Needs to be resealed. So I have now actually moved that into the spare bedroom just to get out of the way. It was bugging me and the cats kept trying to get in there. And it's one step closer to the storeroom, so once the nice weather hits, I can try and reseal it. Because we have up to 5 feet of snow and minus 20 outside, so I don't feel like sealing a tank. It wouldn't work anyway. So here's the 90. Maybe I'll give you guys some food too. Typical fish. Feed us! We see you. The lights just came on. That means food. And they just get flake. Well, and the rest, like I was talking about the goldfish. And I do have some quarries in here, so I put a lot of flake food in. There we go. The tiger barb sharks. So I got about 15, I believe. 14, 15 tiger barbs. And I think 27 or 28 neons still. So really the neons have been doing amazing. They're from angelfins.ca, some of them. The rest are from Shrimp Fever. And we've only lost 2. And anybody that knows neons knows that's amazing. Because they seem to be weak fish. These guys are doing great. And the backdrop has changed a bit. That is actually just a drop cloth. The dogs that had knocked down the black tarp that I had behind there. And I kind of actually liked the look better than the black tarp. So that is just drop cloth. The tarp is still there. It's sitting behind. It goes under the tanks or under the stands, so it's still there. But now it's just halfway down. My neons. Hi guys. And that piece of wood is actually from the axolotl tank. They kept moving it and I was afraid they were going to get hurt on it, so I just ended up moving it here. And the big tiger barbs we've had for over a year now. We have lost a couple here and there. One got stuck in one of the decorations, so that's not in there anymore. And we have one lonely female tiger barb. So, gonna have to buy some more. Love my neons. Oh, there's one of the pandas. Hi, buddy. Another one in the background there. And the Aponganeten is doing really well in here. That also was in the axolotl tank. I moved it into this tank. My neons are photo bombers. And of course snails. I love snails. I don't mind them at all. Really. Swim. Come on, moms. And I do have some bottom feeder food for these guys too that I sprinkle in. And there's 10 of them in here. They are in this jungle somewhere. There's one. Hi. They like the jungle. Oh yeah, these neons though, they just look amazing. I've never had friendly neons before. And the Alternanthera is doing really well. And then we'll go down here. I think they're hiding. But, under here is the 70-gallon with the oxalotls. And yeah, they're hiding. Clip-on light. So it's nice and dark for them. Alright. Oh, there's a George. And don't know if I've updated, but George is a George. George has dropped. George is definitely a George. And Toothless is hiding behind the pots, or between the pots there. Toothless is a she, so they will be being separated. Might try to find a 40 breeder or put a divider in. I'm hoping to actually, I'm getting 3 more oxalotls, another month or so, whenever the weather gets good enough to ship. And so I was thinking of having boy tank, girl tank, once the little ones are big enough, because I don't want any accidental breeding through dividers. Alright, on to the next ones. So the 10-gallon, it's going to be the temporary home for the smallest of the new guys. It's going to be a GFP golden albino, so glow in the black light. And it is the smallest, so it gets to be in this tank by itself. I'm going to put some more things in the middle there. Might even take out the sand until it's big enough. Then we have the 20. I ended up having to move my little Pseudomoogles here from the 65-gallon. The forktails were actually beating them up pretty good. So there's a Gertrude, spotted. Luminatus are in here. I keep getting worried because I can never ever find them. There's one right there, little red neon, Luminatus. And then all of a sudden, 6 of them will appear. So out of the 10 and 10, we only have 2 spotted left, 1 male, 1 female, and I believe 7 or 8 of the red neons. They're having a hard time. But they since I moved to this tank, they're doing a lot better. Of course, I don't do a lot of water changes on this tank. Maybe about 10% each week because of all this moss. That moss is just taken over. See, you look, and then there another one shows up. They're crazy. But yeah, for their safety, I had to move them into this tank because the forktails were just being jerks. Speaking of forktails, it's a 65, and now we are down to 3 males and 1 female forktail. Before we had 7 males and 2 female forktails. All of a sudden they started dying off. Everybody was fine. I think the boys were just beating each other up because there was no injuries. Everybody looks great. My water parameters are perfect. I mean, if anything was wrong, the shrimp would be dying off. Obviously they're not. So I think they were just beating each other up. Some of them would have looked like internal bleeding when I would find a body, if I ever found the body, because I've got quite the cleanup crew in there. But, you know, things happen. We are eventually going to get some more forktails, put them in the 20-gallon until they're big enough to come into here. So my Pseudomoogles. Love these guys, even if they are jerks. And the glow lights are in here. I have down to 2, male and a female, but they're holding their own. They're doing really well. And of course, all the shrimp. This is from original group of 10 cherries and 2 blue velvets. And the population has just exploded, which I'm loving. I've got so many different types of colors in here too. This is fascinating. camera doesn't want to focus today. So of course got wild colors, got the reds. I have some really neat looking blues in here, including, is that my blue girl? Nope, that's a wild. But there's a big blue one in here, almost black. Just a beautiful royal blue color. And she's just a cherry shrimp. I guess they all are, really, the neocardinias. Here's my shrimp house. Hi guys. And they love this hornwort and everything floating there. I got hornwort and Eladia floating in there. I'm trying to find my big blue. Don't see it. Lots of little shrimplets running around in here. So this is basically my shrimp tank now. Shrimp and snail. We did end up losing our little pea puffers, so I'm not going through all the snails that we used to. But I don't mind, they're good cleaners. Every single tank, including the goldfish tub, has snails now. And I don't mind them. I honestly don't mind them. I've got sponge filters and I have things on the bottoms of the intake pipes on the rest of the filters, so they don't really get up there, and I haven't really had an issue. Alright. Here's the messy room. And there's the 115 gallon, 110, 115, whatever it is, base. I took all the sand out. And that's waiting for the day I can fix it. Maybe it'll be for axolotls. Everyone have a good night. Until next time.